Ironmasters are the #1 adjustable dumbbell that make absolutely zero noise. No wiggle, no jiggle, but there is a major problem with them, and another company may have just solved it. The No Fate channel, checking in. Jonathan here to discuss Ironmasters and an improvement on the design, or so some companies believe. Now, if you're not familiar, Ironmasters have been around for a while.
Forever.
People absolutely love them because they go super heavy. They feel like normal dumbbells that you would get at a local gym. And there's no wiggle, there's no jiggle, there's no slop, there's no noise associated with using them like a lot of the other adjustable dumbbells on the market. Enter into the chat the IFAST Interchangeable Adjustable Dumbbells that offer everything the Ironmasters do in terms of having zero give and feeling like a typical adjustable dumbbell, but they've made one significant improvement, and this might be an absolute game changer. Everyone who owns Ironmasters will be quick to tell you that they are 100%
perfect.
No issues, that they love them, and that there's no drawbacks whatsoever to those adjustable dumbbells. And they probably are wearing blinders when it comes to the major issue, and that is changing out the weight. With Ironmasters, in order to change out the weight, you have to unscrew the bolt on either side, add or remove weights, and then re-screw in the bolt. Now, for people who've had these for a while, they can get it down to as little as 20 or even 30 seconds. It doesn't seem like much. It can get annoying quick. And oftentimes people who have Ironmasters will frequently simply just stick with the weight they already have on the dumbbell, regardless of whether their programming says to go a little bit heavier, because they just don't want the hassle. Well, the IFAST adjustable dumbbells have added an improvement. You still have a bolt system on each end, and you still get zero wiggle or gap when you're using these. But if you're looking to change out the weight, you don't have to undo the entire bolt and back it out. You can simply unscrew it a little bit, loosen it up, take out what you want, and simply put it back in. It also has a magnetic clip-in system to give it that solid fit, and this frankly saves you at least half the time when changing out the weights. Now, the dumbbell you see here goes all the way up to 50 pounds, but IFAST does have 80-pound versions that retail for $634 with free shipping. Keep in mind, that's pretty comparable when you look at the price points for the Ironmasters at the 80-pound weight limit. Are these IFAST adjustable dumbbells the real deal? Are they going to beat out the Ironmasters that have been beloved for so many years? Well, there's a lot of similarities. These come in 50-pound increments if you want, but they also go as high as 80s. Now, if you go over to the Ironmaster website, you can go up to 120 pounds, but if you buy their 80-pound version, you're going to spend $698 with free shipping. Now, if you are looking to pick up a pair of Ironmasters, but you're really concerned about the boredom that comes along with having to take out 2 bolts and then put them all back on every different time you want to raise or lower the weight, then I can see how these IFAST adjustable dumbbells might be up your alley. Because at first glance, they look like they are perfect. They reduce the time to change the weight. They've got all of the great stuff that we love about the Ironmasters. They do go up to 80 pounds, which for many of us is plenty heavy. And I will say, looks can be deceiving. So these look good from far away, but they are far from good. Damn! So the first thing that you really can't see in marketing photos, and that's why you come to these reviews to get honest discussions and figure out where the marketing photos are neglecting to give you useful information, and that is the knurling. When it comes to our dumbbells in general, we want really good knurling. It gives us a nice grip. It's something that we have grown accustomed to from working out at local gyms, and we all know there are adjustable dumbbells out there with horrible knurling. The good thing is, in 2025, most of the adjustable dumbbells are coming out with really good aggressive knurling that just feels good in the hand. And you can see these IFAST, they have knurling. They look good from the camera, but I'm gonna tell you, this knurling is so passive, it might as well not even be here. It almost feels like a slip and slide. No! Even when I chalk up my hands and try to grab these things, unfortunately, it just doesn't feel right. Even though this entire handle is fully knurled, I would even put these below the ergonomic junk Walmart dumbbells that you can find for less than $1 a pound nowadays in terms of how that handle feels. Time out. I have officially booked my home gym con tickets, hotel, and airfare. So it is on in 2025, and I hope to see many of you in Kentucky at the historic Galt House this June. It should be a banger of a time, and if you are anywhere close to Kentucky, within driving distance, you better sign up because it is going to be a fantastic time for the entire home gym multiverse. Now, when you buy adjustable dumbbells, you want something that's built to last because you know you're going to be clanging and banging in your home gym, and you want to be able to drop these if you need to. You don't want to feel like you have to baby them. And obviously, if you've known the Ironmasters, they are quite durable. And I think to break them, you'd probably have to drop them from like, I don't know, 50 inches off the ground at a weird angle, and that's the only way you're going to do any damage to them. Now these, they look durable, they feel durable, and the website claims they're extremely durable and you can drop them. Unfortunately, the website doesn't actually give you a specified height. A lot of the adjustable dumbbells out there that can be dropped, and they mention it in their marketing photos, give you a height, usually the height of an adjustable bench, that they feel like, okay, if you drop them from there, odds are they're not going to break. These don't say that, and on top of that, to make matters worse, I couldn't find a warranty on their website. I looked high, I looked low, no warranty mentioned whatsoever. Another major characteristic when it comes to dumbbells in general that the marketing photos for IFAST simply gloss over is the size. Some budget adjustable dumbbells get very long and they get very wide and they become cumbersome. So I've got a 50-pound urethane dumbbell. You would expect to see this at a local gym. This is a 50-pound IFAST adjustable dumbbell. Now lengthwise, it's a little bit longer, not too bad. And we do know when it comes to adjustable dumbbells, they tend to just be longer in general. Even the premium ones are going to be longer than their urethane counterparts. Now, hopefully this angle, you can see quite clearly that these IFASTs are much taller, probably by about a ½ inch. And this is the hex design. So they do come in two designs, hex like you see here, but also square. So I don't know if the square version actually has a lower profile, but these feel not only wider, but taller. And that is an issue because when you use them, they just don't feel right. They feel off. They feel fugazi. You can't even do it. Some exercises, you can't do a full range of motion because these are going to like hit into your body. I don't like the feeling when I lift with them, even on top of the passive knurling, but how wide they are is crazy. If all those issues weren't enough, these only go up to 80 pounds. And to be honest, 90% of you watching, that's plenty of weight to do realistic sets with proper form. But there's a lot of us out there that want to go heavier, at least 100 pounds. From some of you beasts out there, you want to go to 120. And that's why the Ironmasters are nice, because you have the option to buy the expansion kits. To make matters worse, IFAST isn't the only one with this design. There is another company, Eisenlink or something along that line. I'll put a photo here or there that sells what looks to be the exact same thing. I don't know if it's the same company or if it's just a company that's buying their adjustable dumbbells from the same Alibaba overseas website as IFAST. And now it's time. It is time for my final thoughts when it comes to these IFAST adjustable dumbbells compared to the Ironmasters. And truth be told, these IFASTs have a beautiful design in the fact that they've got magnetic hooks in here that allow you to simply, unscrew the bolt just a little bit, just like a half a turn, boom, pop out the plate that you don't want, or add an extra plate in that you do want, and then screw the bolt back down an extra half a turn. They work really well to keep these things locked in, no shake, no shimmy, and I like that. I really think they've got something here. The problem is with the rest of the dumbbells, the knurling needs to be massively improved. On top of that, they also need to use either denser material or thicker material in order to keep the overall size down. And I like to see these in square. They do make them in square. I'd like to get my hands on them to see if they've got a lower profile, both height and width. But ultimately, they'll have to use a denser material in order to keep the weight high, but also keep the actual diameter, length, width, and all the other stuff that goes along with it low. At the end of the day, if I had to pick these or the IronMasters, even though the IronMasters are a nuisance to change out the weight, I would go with the IronMasters. They're tried and true. The price point is almost identical, at least before any sales or coupons. Both companies offer free shipping. And if you do want, you can go heavier with those IronMasters. And for many of you watching this video, you can go on Facebook Marketplace and you might be able to grab a pair of IronMasters on the cheap. Most of the time, those things have not much to break in them. And if you just do a little bit of testing before you buy them used, you can get a feel for if they've been dropped or abused way too much, or if they're just like new. Many people get them in and just find that they're not using them because of that changeover period. So they're selling them practically brand new. Two things that are practically brand new, these two free videos. Give those a watch, hit the like button, drop a subscribe as well, and don't forget to check out the affiliate links in the description. As usual, thanks for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.